because I have too many things open. So
Yeah, a few people talking, but everything looks good so far. I'll tell you how the audio is.
okay, cool.
Hello, hello. Cool, we are live. I will refresh. And let's see the audio.
And let me know if there's
Excellent.
some feedback from my microphone. I'm not using headphones.
There's a bit of an echo, but it's not that bad.
No, I'll just turn it down. It's cool.
Okay,
Is
thank
it
you.
should be better now? Actually, I'm gonna get my headphones. 1
Sure,
second.
I'll entertain them. Hey. But yeah, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. We're gonna have Miroslav on today, someone we haven't had in months, I do believe. He's all the way in Bulgaria. His time zone right now is 11 o'clock, so it's extremely late for him. So, special thanks for him to show up and do this for us. But Miroslav is pretty much in charge of a lot of character-specific assets. He's done character models, hairstyles, clothing, anything related to the player character. You can usually find his work related to it. So that's pretty cool. Before we even really begin today, we're going to show off some of his recent stuff in the Unreal Engine. I do believe you're in the Unreal Engine right now, correct? This is
Yep, that's the Unreal Engine, and this is the latest hairstyle I finished last week. Uh, so gonna spin around it.
excellent. Yeah.
I can actually do this.
Ooh, I really like that hair bun style. It's very nice. Posted it just an hour ago to Twitter.
There's a
Beautiful.
little something here, but I already fixed this one. Just haven't updated this preview mesh. So this is the one I finished last week, and there is another one that I think you guys have seen, but it's good to spin
Yeah,
around it.
the long hair. It looks
Yeah.
beautiful, dude. Let's show it off. Ooh. Yeah, man. How long have you been working on hair? Like just since you started at Asylum?
Um. Yeah, but we didn't actually make hair at the beginning, so probably the last 5 or 6 months, something like this,
Mhm.
maybe even less.
Cool.
And I'm also working on this thing here, but it's just at the beginning stage now. Uh, still, this is another thing that we're making. So this is still work in progress, kinda. We're working on this mustache,
Yeah,
and
facial hair is always nice.
yep. So this needs to have some more planes added to it. I haven't even added any planes yet onto it. This is just the base painting, but it already reads really nice, and I like how much depth there is into it. And I think that's all for now. And I'll be painting another beard today, something like this dude here.
Hey,
Yeah. So this is what I'll be starting today.
nice. I like
Yeah.
that. Cool. So, yeah, I know you've mentioned in the past that, like starting with the hair, it's one of the most difficult things to really model, and you've really been improving over the past months. Like it's incredible the kind of work that you're putting out. And I guess just for anyone that maybe wants to take a crack at 3D modeling for that specific area,
Don't
like
do it.
facial feature,
Don't.
don't.
Just don't. Just do animation or music. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So yeah, do you have a question or should I?
You can work, but I'm just curious myself, like any recommendations for people that want to get into modeling hair? Are there any particularly tricky parts, aspects of it?
Uh, Finding good reference. It's
Really?
very yeah. Well, it's not tricky, but it's very important, and I'm not sure if some people skip that part or if people rush in the process. But it's very slow process, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. And I'm actually doing almost everything by hand. I'm painting all the hairs by hand. I'm adding all the planes one by one by hand. Well, using some it's not even a plugin. I'm using path deform modifier in 3ds Max to place all the planes, but every single plane is placed by hand. And
Jeez.
on top of that, I add all the resolution exactly where I need it by hand. It takes a little bit extra time, but it's as optimized as it could be. And I can provide mesh that it's really low on poly count doing it this way. What else? Not sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take care of all the basics, and then if there's some tricks to add on top of that at the end, those are welcome. But it's mostly a lot of manual work. Just taking my time with it. I
Yeah,
think
it seems like a very intricate process. Like, I assume for some hairstyles you have to do layers where you'll have one flat layer, then the other on top, and so on and so forth.
for all the hairstyles, you do layers.
Whoa.
Even for the beards, everything's like a lot of layers, and it's very tricky.
Jeez.
So you don't have to intersect them, and it's not probably all that much tricky, but it just takes a lot of time. So you have to equip yourself with a lot of patience and just go at it. I think.
It's good, man. Yeah, I mean, it's, practice makes perfect, right? And
Yeah.
you've been improving a tremendous amount, and it's great to see people like you have such detail for such intricacies. These hair designs, as you said, by hand, it's crazy. It's really great to see. So today I see that you have ZBrush up, and you'll be,
Yep.
what's the process again you'll be doing right in here? Oh, that
So
looks cool.
before I start adding the planes, I have created this simple mesh right here, and I'm gonna paint the base of the beard on it, similar to open this one here, similar to this one here. So this is how I paint the base. This is how it looks in ZBrush, uh, and this is how it looks in Unreal.
Oh,
So oops, a second.
that's all good.
So you can see how much different it already looks in the engine. You can see all the depth.
Yes.
So this is actually there's no layers you can see here, but it's the way I paint them. I paint it in 3 different layers and I just give it different values. And when I bring it in the engine, it already looks like it has some depth and volume to it. But it's
Okay, like
actually
it's
but it's
thick.
actually super fat. Well, yeah, you can see it's not really all that thick, but you can see like there's space under the
Yeah.
hairs. There is some depth to it, a little bit, but it helps to fake the the beard to look like it has volume, but it actually doesn't have volume. And then on top of it, I'll be adding planes. So for now, I'll be going to this simple mesh here, and I'll be painting all the things that I have already created for the mustache. So, but I'll be painting it for all the beard here. And then if we finish on time, I might be able to export this to Unreal. We'll see how far I get with it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I won't disturb you much more. That was a very nice introduction.
Yeah, so I'll be working on this pretty boy here.
Yeah. Excellent. Hey, Jade, I see you in the stream. And thanks again for the moderators for showing up to help answer questions. I see you, Kane. Thanks so much. I asked both John and Sean if they would be able to join in at some time today to help answer questions. They both gave me a maybe. They're extremely busy getting tasks completed and added. Well, completed by added, I mean checking them off on the task tracker that we now have on the website. For those of you who do not know, I will send you a link. Are complete. Did someone just join the
Yep, I'm
Discord?
here now.
Oh, wow. Speak of the devil again. Cool. So this is Motown, our art director.
Hey, Sean.
Hey guys, good to see you, Miro.
Hey, nice to see you here too.
And when that tracker is complete, module 1 will pretty much go live, which is super exciting. And yeah, and we also have Jade joining in on the Discord. Awesome.
Hey,
What's up,
Jade.
Jake?
Hello.
Celebrity
Yeah,
guest lineup.
you.
Oh my god.
I know Jade is pretty famous, isn't he? After that, the video.
Oh, yeah.
After what
But
video?
the last gameplay video that we did,
The
Jade
Smurfberry
provided.
smoothies.
provided
Oh.
some voiceovers.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well,
But
can
yeah,
I ask a question too?
yeah.
Yeah.
So Jade, is this the beginning of your acting career, or you have acted before too?
I've had to turn a few Hollywood jobs down already.
Nice. There you go, man.
Uh,
Well, I have one more question.
oh,
So Jade, if the other career with the voice acting becomes really you become really popular with it, are you still gonna do 3D modeling for Identity?
Yeah, you better
Oh,
not
of
leave
course,
us.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
okay, just wanted to make sure.
yeah. That'll be his signature for his autographs. Instead of signing his name, he'll model an oven or something. Be like, here you go. Show the expertise, you know.
I have no more silly questions. Sorry, guys.
I've already proved my loyalty. Sean knows about the opportunity I had with Bethesda.
Yes.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if he can. I mean, that's cool.
They said if I lived in America, they'd offer me a job straight away.
Trying.
Wow,
They're trying to poach our people.
that's pretty nice, Jade.
That
Good
sounds
on you,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
I had a senior producer of Bethesda in my stream told me to apply.
Jeez.
Apply. So I spoke to Sean first. 'Cause obviously
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave because obviously I like working for this company. And he said, no. And Sean was like, no, just go for it for the experience. So, but yeah, it was a good experience. Nice to know that, it gave me a bit more confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome, man. I didn't know this.
All of you guys have been putting in like amazing, phenomenal work. So I can see why you got a little tweet from him, or not tweet, I should say. You know, he poked you about it. That's pretty
Yeah.
sick. Awesome. So yeah, we have a call full of art guys, which is awesome today. And this one's for you, Motown. Any thoughts on having like dreadlocks or those kind of hairstyles for the game?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be adding those pretty soon. In fact, it'll be Miroslav here making them when we do.
Oh, really?
Actually, we already have some dreadlocks,
We do have dreadlocks.
but we'll be
However,
making
they're
some
like
better ones.
yeah, they're like bandana dreadlocks, and we'll also be doing other types of dreadlocks too in the future.
That's awesome. I can't wait to make dreadlocks, to be honest.
For sure.
Super excited about it.
Cool. Wow. Yeah. Excellent.
There's really no limit on what kind of hairstyles we can do. We can just go crazy, honestly. Like we want to make sure that every style is represented in identity, so that these players can represent their personality any way they want to.
I've got to say that the ones that we've seen are so far are amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I had to show one of them on my stream today. I was like, I've got to show it while I was playing Town Square.
Oh yeah, really.
No.
You would kill your audience. They'd die on the inside if you said you were playing without them.
Well, obviously, I'm having conversations with Sohn all throughout the day on Skype and stuff. Obviously, we're working together. And people were like, show us. I was like, no.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Jade, when the game is out, you should do some streams with your own community because you have a very awesome following. I gotta say.
I don't doubt he will.
Well, obviously, hopefully, if obviously John said about putting the app in this week, he's also said that he wants me to carry on streaming from within the office. So
Yeah, that'd be
Yo,
awesome.
that'd be so cool to have you over here. Whew. Here's another artsy question for you, Motown. What kind of skin colors will be offered in the game so far? Like, what kind of gradients will we be working with? Like,
We'll try to cover everything. Yeah, we'll. Right now there are 4, right? 4 races.
I think 4 main
But we'll.
color. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But like we'll try to cover everything in the future.
Cool. Nice. And yeah. Another question from the Twitch chat. Will there be long hair for women, like longer than just to the shoulders, maybe to the elbows or further?
So that poses some problems for us. And so we generally have a specific length that we can go up to. so that we prevent some problems that could occur. And some of those things are like clipping issues with clothing and stuff like that. Say you're wearing a hoodie, for example. The hood is down, not up on top of your head, but your hair, if it's that really long, will just clip through the back of the hoodie, perhaps. So it's a challenge trying to figure out like what we can get away with. And in a lot of those cases, though, we can just apply like cloth physics to it, or rig like a ponytail, for instance, and apply some sort of physics property to it.
Okay. Interesting. I guess another just general question about town is how have things been today? Because I know you've been super busy with this hectic period that we're in.
Yeah, definitely very busy right now. We like when John updates the tracker later, a couple things will turn green and blue, as in blue isn't in progress. Um, yeah, so I don't know if I can't remember if we've gotten as much done as we did yesterday, but like because certain tasks take longer than others.
Yeah.
Um, but it's definitely getting there.
So could you give us a rundown on how exactly the task tracker works? Because I believe it's manually checked off, but like what kind of information can be presented and what does it read off of per se?
So it's reading directly off of our task management tool, Rike. It like the what it displays there is actually dynamic. We don't type in 2D graphics with one tasks remaining. It actually is reading that in real time. Well, whenever John updates the thing, it will detect. Like, so if I were to like go into Rike right now, add a new task, um, and mark it high priority, and assign it to somebody, it would propagate to this list automatically. Like, I don't have to go into this list and like add a number to the tracker.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's all done. It reads the information automatically off of our right task list.
That's good. And there won't be any new tasks added, I assume, just when it's finished on the site,
Un-
module one will be.
Unless there's something that we've forgotten that's really important, there shouldn't be any new tasks.
Okay.
Yeah, like but it's possible that it could happen under like rare circumstances.
I see. I gotcha.
Not saying that it will, just that it can.
Yeah. I hear you, but yeah, so far it's been making pretty good progress. I mean, the 2D graphics task is completely done. Prop is done. We had more progress in the UI and UX the other day. I know John finished the gameplay aspect, so it is moving. It's great. Definitely keep your eyes peeled on this, folks, because once all the bars are filled, it'll be ready to go on
Yep.
Steam. So super excited. Um, since we were talking a lot about art stuff today, I did have a question written down. I think we might have answered this before, but in terms of hair physics, what exactly are you planning for things like ponytails and long hair and things like that?
Well, we do have physics properties applied to those things. If it is a longer piece of hair, it will have that. In some cases, depending on the type of hairstyle, it's just cloth physics applied to it. And with other types of hairstyle, like a ponytail, we actually have to go in and rig that to kind of create like a chain of bones down the ponytail. And we actually just did that yesterday. So a couple of, I think there's still one left that we have to do, or maybe it's done. I can't remember.
Cool.
And uh, and yeah, like so yeah, you will actually see your character's ponytail bouncing up and down as you run around the town square.
Nice. Yeah, that is pretty good to know. Good to know. Um, there's some questions about the new website. It's definitely scheduled to go up this week, and with it, we'll have a new look at the shop. Basically, all of the pledge packages we have right now will remain the way that they are for about a week, and then we'll introduce a bunch of individual items you can purchase. I'm not too sure if we'll have these individual items alongside the packages just to compare the prices, but Motown made like super sure that the people that pledge now are getting a good deal because he helped iron out what the new prices will be for the items. So
yeah, we actually added some things to some of the packages. Like they're the higher up packages though, just to don't get too excited. But like the $500 package, for instance, gained 3 items, I think, to it. I don't have my list up here right now, but or
excellent.
do I? No. Okay, I guess I don't.
I-
But in fact, let me just go over
yeah,
that. Real
I
quick.
think you have the spreadsheet file somewhere.
Let me find that real quick and then just go over it, just so you guys know exactly what each uh, guy.
Cool. Yeah, Liam's been hard at work finishing up the website. He's super close to being complete, and it's gonna be nice to see a new look on the site. At first, it might just be the new shop. I'm not too sure, but I know John wants to make a return to the Identity Insiders that he had a while back, which basically showed off. He went into depth on how the corporations functioned and the apartment customization. That's where the housing video came from. So insiders are little, pretty much in-depth looks at certain key aspects of identity, and with the new website he definitely wants to get more information up eventually to help describe certain aspects of the game. So I think that'll help answer a lot of people's questions too, me myself as well. Being able to have access to that information is going to be super useful.
Yeah, absolutely. And so reevaluating like the value of the packages and what the items were in them. We did make some changes to a few packages. I'm sorry if your package isn't one of them, but we're just making sure that everybody gets their money's worth in these cases. So the upsized package, it's $150. It got an upgrade from 1K in starter cash to 2K, and that was
Hey,
the only upgrade made to that package. Then we went over to the VIP package, which is a $500 package. People will be excited about this if they have that. They got upgraded from 4K starter cash to 5K starter cash, and we're also given the old dirt bike and the used motorcycle.
hey.
Included in those packages. And then we went on and revisited the 1K package and 2.5K
Oh, the
packages.
super
And
Kickstarter ones.
yeah, absolutely. These are the ones that are not displayed on the website that you can't currently purchase. There's a few people in each of those categories that own I think there's 4 people that own the 2.5K package, right? If you remember.
Yeah, not many.
Yeah, not many at all.
Like a handful.
And there were a lot more with the 1K package from Kickstarter. But we added a bunch of things to that because we really felt that the items that were there existing from Kickstarter didn't quite add up to the value of the package. So we really wanted to make sure that those people were getting their money's worth, and we upgraded them from 8K starter for the 1K package. This is upgraded from 8K starter cash to 10K starter cash, from a 3-car garage to a 4-car garage.
Yeah.
Old dirt bike, used motorcycle, rusted car, and a luxury 1-bedroom apartment. They already had the luxury 2-bedroom, and they were given also a luxury 1-bedroom.
Wow. Yeah. The TLDR is that Motown made well, like to make sure that you guys are getting a good deal with the packages that you currently own, because if you were to buy each individual item that's part of a package separately as their own pieces, it would cost far more than what you would get in the bundle. So the bundles are a good way to go.
Yeah,
And
you're definitely saving money with each of these.
yeah, and as mentioned, when the new website does go up with the new shop, you'll have a week to grab the packages as they currently are, and then it will be broken up into individual pieces with price changes. So you should expect to see that pretty soon. I have another question here in the Twitch chat talking about beards. What kind of beards will you be including into the game? Are we talking soul patches or like full grown bushy beards, or any ideas?
What kind of beards? Is that what you asked? I was
Yeah.
not paying attention.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah. So
Any epic beards like mine.
Hey.
we're definitely gonna have to recreate Jade's beard in here, and
Yeah,
for
why
sure.
not?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely try to do that. I mean, like with Uma, for example, the clothing artist. What I asked him to do about like a year ago is I told him, hey, take your favorite shirt, your favorite and make them for the game. So he did that. He made his favorite tank top shirt and a couple other things, and yeah, because we had time at the time, and he's the clothing artist, so he's able to just cook out some clothing. Maybe with like Jade will like make him make a custom apartment for himself. I don't know.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Oh man.
No, but
I've already
I mean,
asked. You know I asked. Please can you let me
yeah,
make
yeah,
an apartment?
but maybe someday in the future. For
Cool. Any chance of a soul patch or smaller little scruff?
What's
oh yeah. So back to the topic of beards because I definitely lost track of that.
It's all good.
Yeah, there will be tons of different styles of beards and facial hair for sure. We'll starting off in the town square, you're not going to see a whole lot of it. What's there is mostly like us testing things to make sure that we have the right workflow going on. But as we kind of work out all the kinks, you're going to see a lot more variety in those areas.
Nice. Very nice indeed, dude. Thanks for the rundown. Yeah, back to the question about the packages we currently have. Do you recall if we made any additions to the speed demon, or if that was already a good deal based off of what was in the package?
I think that package was set to go. It was like the package below speed demon that was lacking.
Okay, yeah. I think it's because the sports car is pretty pricey and something
Yeah.
else. Yeah. I don't think we can talk about the actual price values yet, right? For the individual pieces.
Well, we don't want to like give any people that might be like working the black market later on any ideas. Yeah. So
All right, so I guess you'll just have to wait and see when the new site goes up, but soon. That should be very soon. And like you won't have to you won't feel like, oh man, I missed out on this. You'll be able to see the new you'll be able to still get the packages as they are now.
yeah,
for a week.
there's some things that we will not sell in the future, like money, for example.
Mhm.
Even though we've evaluated the value of cash in this, which I won't say because I don't want like black market sellers later on to like know what to
Know the
value cash
value.
at. Yeah, but um, but we evaluated the value, what we would value those things at, and we won't be selling cash, even though they're internally when we were going through this and trying to give everything a monetary value, they have something in our files. The community will never see that, and will never sell cash in game.
Mm-hmm.
There's another good feature that was from another game company that you might be really interested in. It's called Layaway. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No.
Tell us about it.
It allowed them to. I mean, I used it myself. So, say for example, there was a package like the VIP that people wanted, the $500. If they wanted, they could select layaway, right? So that they could pay it off over say 5 months.
Interesting idea.
And
We could
yeah,
propose that to John.
For like higher
Yeah,
items,
like I don't want people to miss out on things, like I want people to get what they want to get. I am very empathetical when people like come to me asking for things. I can be easily persuaded in some cases to give in because that's just my nature.
pay rise.
Yeah. And so yeah, like I would love for people to have an option like that, so that they, like, if a sale goes on and they want to preserve that for later because they can't afford it all in one go right away. I would love to see people be able to lay away something
Send you the
and
website
pay it off over or even later. That'd be really cool to see. We could propose it to John and see what happens.
Do you want me to send you the website?
What's that?
Do you want me to send you the website?
Oh, sure, absolutely. We'll take a look.
Yeah. Here's another one that's kind of related to what we were talking about. This is for the full game. When you do finally enter the game and you have a pledge apartment on your account that you bought, do you get to choose its location in the full game's world?
Can you repeat that again?
Basically, if you buy a pledge apartment in the full game, can you choose which city it goes in?
I think these have designated cities. Yeah, I think they have designated locations on the map. What those are specifically, I don't know yet. And maybe this will change actually. I think like I'm just trying to recall the last time we talked about it. And I think John's intention was that they'd have like specific spots on the map for each of these apartments. And keep in mind too that these pledge apartments, they're going to be conveniently located. You know, like they're if you pledged and got an apartment, you're going to have a very nice spot to live in compared to the ones that you just buy in game. I mean, there will be good spots to purchase with in-game currency as well later on. It's just that these ones will already be conveniently located. You don't have to worry about hunting for a good spot.
Okay, and could you give us a quick rundown on what the three major locations are? Because I know like one is a not rich city, kind of. One is an okay one.
Yeah, I saw this conversation in Discord, and it seemed there was some confusion about like what.
I might have mislabeled one of them.
Yeah, no problem. I saw that discussion yesterday. There was a little bit of confusion over this, but yeah, there's three main cities in the game. There's Roseport. It's all one word, by the way. I know I said it in 2 words yesterday on Discord, and people called me out on that. You're right. It is all one word. Roseport. Roseport. That is the biggest city in the game. It's also the poorest and dirtiest city. You know, it's just it's like basically New York City. It's massive and cheap to live in. But the prices do range, though. I mean, your highest price range for an apartment or house in Roseport might still be higher than the lowest price range for a house or apartment in Ash Hill, right?
Okay, yeah, and Ash Hill's where Town Square is located, right?
Yes, exactly. And so the second major city in Identity, which is also the second biggest city and the most expensive to live in, is that Ash Hill.
Okay.
It's based on Asheville, North Carolina. That's where the inspiration came from. It was where we were originally going to move our office to, and then John had a baby, so they stayed here in Canada.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was just a really nice place in the world that we really enjoyed. We had a lot of plans for it, and we decided that our game would be centered around this entire region. That is like the east of the Appalachian Mountains, you know, North and South Carolina kind of thing. That's the whole setting of the game, is that region. And also part of that, like the reason for that is that there's a lot of different biomes in that region, you know, surprisingly. You know, and I could be completely wrong about this, but I did remember and it's not really represented in our game anyway, but I did remember like reading something on Reddit once, an article that described there being rainforest somewhere in that region.
Huh.
You know, like I had no idea. Like apparently it's considered rainforest.
I suck at geography.
Somewhere on the east coast of the U.S. I didn't think that the U.S. had any rainforest. Apparently, if that map that I saw many ages ago was correct, that wasn't a deciding factor at all for Identity. I'm just pointing that out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all based on the southeast U.S.
Cool. And the final big location is Turtle Beach, I recall.
Yes, that's correct. The third location, also the smallest city, but still pretty big. All of the cities are pretty big. It's just that Turtle Beach, named after Myrtle Beach, also inspired by Myrtle Beach in real life, a nice vacation spot for a lot of people in the U.S. that's the third major city in the game. There are also towns with various names spread out sparsely across the map. So they're not cities; they're just towns. Suburbia kind of places.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, this next question I actually have had saved for a while, and it's to do with the game's environment. This might be related to Roseport, but someone was wondering if there will be ghetto-type areas in the full game world, primarily drawing inspiration from things like GTA San Andreas, like the rundown neighborhoods in that
Yes,
game.
there. Specifically, the city of Roseport will
Yeah.
have that environment for sure, and also it'll be a location for gang territory uh, uh, capturing in the game too. So players that create gangs will fight over areas of the map like that. It's not the only gang territory location. That just happens to be one of them, where players can fight over regions of the map and take ownership, uh, uh, neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Awesome. And yeah, we have the man himself, the CEO joining the call. We have an all-star team right here.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Cool. So we have the project lead, Paratus, joining the call, along
Yeah.
with everyone. We have Jade, Miroslav, Motown, and me. And
Damn, busy.
the big
Yeah,
boss.
it's getting
Yeah.
crowded in here. You're gonna have to murder some of you guys.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So I did see in the wanted to answer this question. Somebody asked a good question. They said, "Could you mount a deer head of a deer that you murdered or shot while hunting, or even a bear skin
Oh
for a
yeah,
bear skin
I
rug?"
think I literally asked him that in the office too. I didn't get a
Yeah,
chance
Yeah.
to
I don't know.
answering the
Have
person.
you ever? Okay, you don't know. You don't know if you've answered it on stream.
No.
Okay. Well, yes, you can though. Yes, you can. You can kill a deer, take its head and antlers, and mount it on your wall. And
Ooh.
probably with other game too, like bears and rabbits or something.
yeah, that's something I'm like I've said before, one of the systems I'm really excited about in Identity is hunting. I want to be one of those weirdos out in the woods that just hunts all day and collects it. So yeah, I want to show off my trophies and all. So
Awesome.
I'd love the way we're doing hunting. So I'm
Yeah,
really
it's really
into that.
exciting.
Like, you literally have to track them. You'll find like their droppings, their tracks in the dirt. Because when people aren't around, they're still mobile. These animals are still walking through the woods looking for food and all that kind of thing. So you have to literally find them. It's not like in other MMO the woods and it's like, oh well, over to the right's the deer spawn, to the left's the bear spawn. Go there, you'll find like 5 deer, shoot them.
Yeah,
It's not like that.
we've even been discussing recently, like killing like a fox or a bear that has actually eaten recently, and the
Oh
contents
no.
that it ate, like still in its stomach when you loot it or something.
Oh.
But we're still talking about that stuff, but
Yeah, it's kind of
that's the kind of depth that we can go into with that.
yeah, and spatial OS is what makes this technically possible for us. So we're looking for like a full ecology thing. So it's not just an animal spawns and an animal will just like walk around in a random direction. It's not that. They'll spawn and they actually have a hunger level and they have needs, and so they look for their food source, which could be like a bush or whatever. So when they find that bush, they'll consume it. Or if it's a carnivore, it'll walk around looking for another animal and it will actually attack it. So
Yeah. Yeah, and the idea to allow this to happen, especially with spatial OS, is to basically have a server that only handles AI, uh, like whatever anything related to AI. That server handles all of that. So like if the AI server, for example, goes offline, breaks, someone trips over the cord, um, it will only affect that server. Like so you'll still be playing the game. Maybe the animals will be bugged out, for instance.
yeah,
But yeah, the server will handle all of the on its own.
yeah.
And a server dedicated just for AI will handle.
Yeah, like you're saying, like in Identity, the server structure is not at all what you're used to from other games. Like if you have a dedicated server you ran for any other game, like a survival game or whatever, it's totally different because not only do we have multiple servers splitting the world up, to reduce load and allow more people on the server. I mean, Identity's world could, well, it grows dynamically based on demand. It could be 100 different servers taking just to supply one world.
Yeah.
And to you, you don't notice any of this going on. To you, it feels like one big server, but you're jumping around dynamically.
And that structure is actually the same reason, like, that our private servers work the way they do. It's not so easy to just say, here, have all these files, launch your server,
That's
and
impossible, really.
Yeah, exactly. Not with our current plans. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it gets quite complicated.
Segueing off of hunting, have you guys had any updated thoughts or plans about house pets?
What about it? Like,
I think we've talked about it before. We could talk about it again for the newbies here, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like, assuming nothing's changed, basically what we have is house pets that can roam around your house or apartment, interact with some furniture in some cases, and just kind of have a presence, that make you feel comfortable in your own home. Later on, we'd like to allow those pets to leave the house. This isn't a guarantee or even a promise. It's just a thing that we'd like to explore down the road.
Yeah.
Things like canine units for the police,
Mhm.
to like sniff out people carrying drugs, for instance, or hunting dogs to go hunting with you to track down
Oh, that would be nice.
animals.
Yeah, that would be really sick.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
or just having pets to follow you around. That would be cool.
You'll actually be getting apartment pets, not immediately with the Town Square release, but pretty soon after. We've already got some stuff in the.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're in the works currently.
That's really good news. That's another thing I was expecting to see with the full game. Not even at the full game's launch, but this is good.
It
Wow.
won't even. I wouldn't even say it's going to be very long into the release. Pretty quick. It's not a difficult thing to develop for us because they're house pets. They walk around and do their pet thing. So yeah.
Excellent. Wow. Yeah, and I guess I'd just like to ask the general question towards you, John. How have things been today? I mean, you're a very, very busy man. Any tasks that
Oh,
you're thinking of
God.
knocking off on the task tracker now?
Yeah, when I update before I walk out of the office, so I'll be updating in like 15 minutes or so. You'll see on the programming front, I think there's at least 2 more tasks done. I don't know. Sean would know better. Sean being Motown for the art side of things. I don't really.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's moving along pretty decently.
That's very good. Awesome. Yeah, very busy times, but good to see that tracker fill up. So basically, when all of the progress bars are filled, will we see module 1 up shortly after that, or will that mark it when it's done and it's up and it's ready?
Well, when all of these are done and we have a game that we know can go live, I mean, basically when those tasks are all marked complete, that's when we start the launch on Steam. And
Cool.
when that happens, it can take up to a week for Steam to actually release it. Typically, what they do is they'll allow some purchases,
Okay.
but you won't be able to buy it. And I'm not sure if we're going to display the store page or not. We might, just so people can take care of it early. But if you've already done pledges, you already have what you need for your module access, then you're basically going to have to log into our new website. And on there, you're going to log into your Steam accounts through our website, and it's going to give you a key. And you'll use that key on Steam to get the purchase. So you don't have to buy it on Steam. You've already bought it. You'll get it on Steam, though.
Awesome. Will people be getting emails notifying them, hey, there's a claim Steam key button on your account page?
Yep.
Something like
sure,
that?
For sure.
Okay, good. Cool. Well, there you have it, folks. It's very good to know. Yeah, it's just a really exciting time, and something else that's been on everyone's minds. You think maybe we could show some Town Square footage next week?
I'm not going to
maybe?
commit to anything publicly on that.
Okay.
Hopefully, I mean, there's a few minor things that we want to get in place, but
yeah,
it's definitely a possibility.
okay.
Yeah. When's the release date, John?
Yeah.
When it's done.
Sneaky.
But yeah, it's not far. So even if we didn't show it Thursday, and I'm not trying to imply we're not going to, because we very well could.
Yeah.
It's going to be really shortly after that. Like we're pretty much at the place where we're ready
Yeah,
to start.
I mean,
Cool.
So
Yeah, you can really get an idea just watching the tracker. I know day to day, some people have been taking screenshots every day, and you can
And
see
comparing it, yeah.
yeah, moving along quite well. So yeah, like it's. I think there were some concerns early when we first put out the tracker that like the fact that we weren't giving an actual date meant that it was going to be months more of development, and that's really not the case. I think this shows people that no, we're really just trying to knock these things out because we know these are important before we release the town.
And I just want to say one other thing too, because I've been approached about this many times. If you look on the top of the tracker, it says that these are the tasks since so and so date. What you have to understand is that these tasks are not all the tasks. The ones marked completed are not old. Every task on there is only since like Thursday or Friday of
Yeah.
last week. So we're talking only like 3.5 business days
Yeah.
for all the tasks that are marked complete on there.
Absolutely, and if we were to go and add like all of the all of the tasks since the beginning of time since we began working on the town square, it would literally like be hundreds of not like on there. So yeah, these are only the tasks as of last Thursday.
Yeah,
What was remaining?
excellent. Yes, good to clarify that. And yeah, there's not too many left to go, so everyone's on the edge of their seat, man. Everyone's excited. I know I am.
I think we all are.
Yeah. So if and when you do get a chance to show it off on stream, would it be you, John, playing it, or would you want one of the guys in the office too, or?
No idea. No idea. I'm sure I'll be there, talking.
Oh yeah,
at least, but,
yeah,
We'll make you play it.
great. Any features you're very excited to show off more than others? Like any favorites or just
Well,
everything?
I think the coolest part of it all is probably the housing for Town Square. Well, I don't know. I mean, player housing is cool, but there's not much. It's just that you're allowed to create your space, right? You can invite other people up to your apartment if you like to. But you're going to get to see a run through character creation, all that kind of thing, making a character. I don't know. We'll just show some of the social activities around, maybe some karaoke. Maybe we'll get some of the people here in the studio to do some karaoke.
Yes, force them to do it.
You guys would love my voice.
You are being forced.
I should be on American Idol. All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Motown. Maybe Motown should, because I've seen him do karaoke before, and it's beautiful.
It's
Oh, nice.
No, it's not beautiful.
no,
It's
it's
The thing
No,
is, though,
Ian-
I could have been a professional singer if I could
Ye-
sing.
Yes,
Are you kidding me?
good.
We've heard Jade sing,
Yeah,
and
right.
he's
You're
fantastic.
good.
Right.
Yeah, he's too humble.
He's got a British accent, so here in North America, you can't go wrong, right?
That's fair.
I mean, it's no Susan Boyle, you know.
Hey, she's actually pretty good.
Susan Boyle's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not.
Eh,
We'll find out.
No.
fun. Yeah, are you sure you guys don't have a contest?
No.
All right, at least I could say I tried. But
we had this other thing here. I'm kind of like going off topic here, but we had
sure.
these a charity come here, and they're asking us to
Oh,
do
yeah.
skyscraper,
No.
and no one signed up for
Yeah,
it. So
just remember that of your identity dev team, every one of these guys in the office refused to rappel down a building.
it's a huge building,
next
no.
Yeah, and
Jeez.
so there's this charity event. Apparently, you can sign up to repel charity next month here where we live, and none of these guys were willing to do it. I'm very disappointed.
I don't want to die,
Right?
but especially right before town square. That's the worst
I
punishment.
mean, we offered training too. We offered to go up to the roof of this building and help compel people off the roof.
Oh my. Whew. Anyways, we got about 10 minutes left. We'll start to wrap up fairly shortly, but we'll bang off a few more questions where possible. One of the things I wanted clarified on stream, John, is regarding the new site. I literally just asked you this in the office, but since you're here, people were wondering if they have, say, the Speed Demon, and then when the new site is out, they want to buy another car on top of that. Can they do that without it replacing the sports car? Can they buy a rusted car on top of what they already have?
Sorry, I was just talking to Lee.
Oh no,
there.
it's fine.
Yeah. So when the new site comes out, you can have the option to purchase a lot of things completely independently. So if you have a package, you get all those items, and then from that point on, you can add additional items on the side. The packages are the cheaper way to get things, but they're not going to be available for long. So a week after the new website goes on or goes up, we're taking away all those packages.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot longer to get them because the site's going up soon.
Now, during that week, will you be able to see the prices of the individual items, or will those be hidden until it entirely changes into this new system?
Yeah, you'll be able to see them.
Okay, good to have that comparison. That's nice. This is completely off topic, but I do want to get your opinion on this, John.
No.
Someone was wondering, for those who do run computer builds with either Crossfire or SLI configuration, will Identity feature dual GPU support? Is that something that you're interested in at the very least?
It's more up to the engine, really. We haven't gotten that deep into it, but I'm pretty sure Unreal Engine 4 should be able to handle that decently. It's not something
Yeah,
which
we're
is
not
really specific to our project.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not modifying anything in the engine for that. Like, so if the engine supports it natively already, then it should be
Awesome. Cool. There were questions in the chat earlier about the EMT system, and I forget what it was, but I think you guys drew inspiration from something called American Army or something like that for that.
Oh, yeah.
Was that true?
America's
America's Army. Sorry.
Yeah, America's
Sure.
Army. Yeah, and sort of. Yeah, so to qualify to be a medic in America's Army, you had to actually take a classroom exam where you had to answer multiple choice questions. You had to watch a video in the game, learn how to treat multiple types of wounds in combat, and then you had to answer the questions on a actual written test, multiple choice in the game. This is all part of the America's Army video game, and if you passed, you were allowed to play as a medic in that game, and it works very similar in Identity.
Awesome. So you'll just have to be tested then before you get into that role.
Yeah. There might be other factors too. It might be come down to play time, whether you have a couple days of gameplay, or in some of the roles, EMT's a little
And when he says it's similar to, he's referring to the education
Yes.
aspect of it, not the actual
process of being a medic.
you're
or
not
anything
gonna
like that.
exactly.
you're not gonna be a combat medic in Identity.
He might turn into one unwillingly, but
Yeah. Cool. Is there any progress on whether or not instruments will be playable in Town Square?
yeah, pretty soon after, actually. I've already done a bunch of the code for pianos.
Woo.
I think we have some of the art going in. There's more tech art stuff to be done on it, but it's not too far off.
I don't know if the piano is ready for the initial launch yet, but it'll come in a week or two after, whenever we update next.
Nice. I know I ask you this every time when I bring up instruments, but you still aiming to have MIDI keyboard support? If you hook up one, maybe you can.
Yeah, we actually did testing for that and figured out how to do it. So yes, we
Really?
can.
Excellent.
Wow.
Just Lee too. Lee wants to do a giveaway for a $50 package. We have 5 minutes left in the stream though.
Oh, right now, Lee, or would you want to do it right now?
Well, up to you.
I mean, I can open up Nightbot, but it's a bit.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
People want it. People want it.
All right.
I better
guess
win or
so.
you're fired, all right?
I guess this is a bit of a spontaneous thing, but let me open up the Nightbot API. For those who don't know, Nightbot is a little thing Jade showed us about. Basically, little dude to help monitor the Twitch chat, but he has functions like raffling and moderation, stuff like that. So I'm going to open up the giveaway, I suppose, and
Got to be following both though.
all right. So for this last minute giveaway, you need to be following Jade77 on Twitch, and you need to be following the Identity RPG channel. I think I'll just keep it available to active users. So everyone needs to say something in the Twitch chat. I'll make it open for the people that comment in the last 15 minutes. No extra luck. There's no subscriber luck. It's just gonna be random. Mods are not eligible, unfortunately. But
God damn
I
it.
love how everyone's already spamming win big.
Yeah,
Like it's some
yeah.
kind of special.
oh
You-
yeah,
You remember?
You remember that?
when we did that? The win
Yeah, I
small,
made,
win
I
medium,
made-
win big.
keywords. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Win big.
hilarious.
It
Yeah, yeah.
works.
So just type anything in the chat, guys. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be a command or exclamation. Just type.
Oh, we have 48 eligible users.
It-
Don't spam too much because Nightbot will get angry. Just say a simple message and you'll be good.
I find it so satisfying watching how that mirrored things happening there.
Yeah, on
The symmetrical.
Oh,
it's
is
so
nice.
cool.
Yeah,
a
it's just
lifesaver.
fun to look at.
Right. So who's paying for this giveaway?
Oh,
Have we decided?
yeah, we are.
All right.
The person that wins it is going to pay for it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, it's not a free giveaway.
Yeah, we're giving away a £5,000 package.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You've got to pay for it though.
Just to clarify, the $50 is the cabbie, which gives you the passport, which is the full game, founder hat, beta access, which gets you access to the modules, beta, and any pre-release content we put out, and a rusted car. So
And if you already have a pledge, it'll add.
it'll
that
go
50
on top
to
of
your
it.
value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
So
true.
upgrade
So,
to the next one maybe.
woo. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Everyone, say something cool. If you're just popping in, make sure both Jade77 and Identity RPG. I will check. If you aren't, I'm gonna re-raffle.
We have 4 more minutes, so do you want to maybe just any other questions people have that, while we wait?
Oh, true. I have such a big list. I wasn't expecting both you guys to pop in today. It's exciting, but it's like okay, let's talk about some criminal stuff. Will you be able to advertise illegal activities within the game? Like using the in-game website? Is there like a deep web, or can you put up ads on the in-game Craigslist or anything shady you can do on the in-game internet?
Well, I mean, there are open elements where basically you can do what you want, but this is something that we're kind of like we've been going back and forth on a bit lately, because when we lost our scale form, because they pulled the plug on that middleware, which we unfortunately paid a ton of money for, the our coherent that we switched to actually opens the doors for doing much more on the internal internet system. So
Hey.
we've been talking a bit about what we can do there. And I don't want to commit to anything yet. That's my fear.
Yeah.
But probably by the look of what we're going to be able to do, you'll be able to make any kind of content you want, most likely.
Yeah, we'd love for people to be able to make their own websites using HTML5. With like restriction. Well, we can even allow JavaScript and stuff like that. But like John said, this is not a promise. We're not committing to doing this. We're just saying that it would be really cool to it is an option if we pursue it. Allow people to make their own websites inside the game, so you can have we might disallow this in these cases, but like if it were an option to you, you could have facebook.com as your fake website,
Oh, interesting. That'd be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
the domains won't be real,
Yeah. Like we won't allow you to copy a real company sites, because that puts us at some risk, I think.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to explore that, but what?
All right. One quick final question before I hit the giveaway. This is a cool scenario, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it. Let's say a cop orders something online, if that's even thing when you're signed in, and he's literally waiting to see if the guy delivering it speeds, and he gets arrested. I'm basically saying, are there sting operations in the game? Can a cop just try
That sounds
and
like entrapment a little bit.
well, entrapment? I don't know.
But I mean, you could do that, really. I mean, we're not going to add any kind of restrictions to prevent something like that specifically.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. You could follow someone down the highway until they start speeding. Yeah, technically.
Maybe they shouldn't be speeding.
Right? Yeah, like it's a moral and ethical question for you, the officer that's doing it. You know, do you feel comfortable being that
I
guy?
would.
You know.
Wow, rip my delivery business. Planning on going fast. All right, so last chance to get in for this $50 cabbie giveaway. Everyone make sure that they say something in the chat, even if it's as simple as a little emote. Make sure you're following Jade77 on Twitch and Identity RPG. If you aren't, I'm just gonna hit re-raffle. Yeah, good luck everyone. We'll do it in about 20 seconds.
Yep. You are qualified for the giveaway if you type something in chat, guys.
Yeah.
So,
We currently have 81, 82 users eligible. Good stuff, good stuff.
Oh, I'm so close to 2,000 followers.
Yeah, man, you've been improving like crazy. 84 eligible users. All right, 10 seconds, and we will see who wins. So whoever wins, shoot me a message on literally right here. Whisper the channel. I'll say something in the chat. You can click the name and tell me your account ID number. That's really all I need to grant you more stuff on your account. All right, I'm gonna roll it. 87 eligible users. 3, 2, 1, and boom. We have Sizzletoe. Excellent.
Sweet.
Following this
Sizzletoe.
channel, that's good. Congratulations. Shoot me your account ID if you don't even have an account. If this is your first time, just make an identity one, and I will grant you access sometime this week to the $50 Cabbie Pleasure Reward package. Congratulations. Yeah, I'll just give a little wave in the chat so you can whisper me.
yeah, congratulations, buddy.
Yay.
Oh, he typed in chat. Sweet. Sizzletoe.
Ooh, but is he following me? Is the thing?
Misspelled that. Yeah,
He is. He got it in literally 2 minutes ago.
Nice.
sick. Good save. All right, let me, yeah, I'll get in touch and yeah, that's pretty much it for today, everyone. Thanks so much for showing up. We had a lot of people in the call today. We had both the art director and the project lead. We have one of our awesome asset artists. We have Miroslav right here doing stuff in ZBrush. She's pretty much focusing on character specific assets, which is always cool to see. And yeah, it's just great to see everyone show up and support. I can't believe we have 200 viewers. I barely advertised the stream because I didn't think anyone was going to show up. That's amazing. So definitely stay tuned. Keep your eyes glued to that task tracker because we are updating pretty much daily. I think you guys are going to do that in a second, right?
I'm trying to do it right now, but unfortunately, Rike, our project management software, is going very slow. So
Isn't
it's getting there, but it'll be done hopefully within the next 10 minutes or so.
Cool.
I will not leave this room until it's updated.
Oh,
Cool.
man, a commitment. I like that. That's good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We will see what happens Thursday. I currently have Philippe scheduled. It's been a while since we've had him on too, so that should be cool. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the slightly warmer weather. The polar vortex seems to have subsided. We're happy up here in Ottawa land. And yeah, great work, Miroslav, today. This is really filling out already.
Awesome.
Yay, thank you. Get there.
It looks tedious, but it is looking good.
I'm actually
Yeah.
having a lot of fun now that I kind of got some experience doing this. It's
Good.
yeah.
Joys of
Yeah,
being
like
an
you've
artist.
like you've come so far since you first started with us. It's insane. Like,
Yay. You guys have no idea how frustrating this hair thing was when I started with it. It's just
Yeah.
like I almost
No,
lost
I re-
all my
I
hair doing
remember.
this.
I believe it. I remember you looking through books and like art books, like studying things, like having multiple windows open.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you still do that, but it's a never-ending process.
Yeah, but it's looking a little better now. A little easier.
Awesome.
Very cool.
All right, so the system finally has let me download the export, so it'll be up there in the next like few minutes.
We wanted to make it automatic, but until they add some additional features, we did ask them to. So we'll see if they respond. Until they do that, we have to manually export the data from and import it into the website.
Yeah, fortunately, we don't have to actually manually update the numbers. It still
Yeah.
goes off of our system, but we have to do a little bit of a
Yeah,
five-minute process
like
to apply it.
I could like type in I could create a new category for like whether something is completed or in progress, and just like call it anything on Rike, and the system will automatically detect that custom field that I just made and update it onto the website. It's pretty
Should be updated now.
Ooh,
yeah, cool. Some things changed.
that's good. I'll take a look too. Let's see. And systems. It's looking good.
Yeah, systems are typically the big ones. So anything under systems is usually the more difficult task, followed by gameplay, I'd say, is probably the next most. Well, the gameplay ones, they're not nearly as big to do, so they go by faster once we actually get to doing them. And what you have to keep in mind too is we have different people working on different things. So like we got like 2 people doing gameplay tasks at the same time that there's someone doing a system task and stuff. So, it's not one at a time, so they're all kind of moving independently.
Awesome.
Right,
Sounds
I
good.
must head out though.
Yep,
So
we're
everyone have
gonna
a good
peace
good
now.
day.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you for
Good night.
joining us.
See you guys next
Congratulations to
time.
Sizzle.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheers,
Yep.
guys.
See you guys Thursday.
See you later, buddy.
Peace.
Okay, bye everybody.